Good day, dear students. The purpose of this recording is to provide guidelines and instructions for school-based studies. This recording is specifically for the Diploma in Education Pre and Junior Primary Year 3 students. All Year 3 Diploma in Education Pre and Junior Primary students are required to go for SBS for 10 weeks. Please take note and listen to the guidelines carefully. Remember that for each year and for each qualification, there are different expectations. So if you are uncertain about which documents should be included, please refer back to this recording or consult the SBS package for Year 3 Diploma in Education Pre and Junior Primary students. The first document that you should get hold of is the letter to the school and the letter to the employer. The letter to the school serves to seek permission from the school to conduct SBS. You need to make sure that you attach a copy of your ID or passport and your student card to the letter to the school. This is a letter requesting from the school principal a space for you so that you can conduct your SBS at the selected school. You need to make sure that you submit this letter before you plan to start with your SBS. Then the letter to the employer is for the students that are employed. They serve to seek study leave for SBS purposes. Form 2 is the SBS Confirmation letter. This is a form that students need to give to the respective school principals where they will conduct the SBS. So the principal should sign and confirm that the student conducted SBS at that school. It is very important that you remind the principal and the mentor teachers whenever they have to complete a document for your SBS file, they should also have it stamped with the school stamp and sign. Form 3B. This is the student teacher daily lesson plan for pre and junior primary. So this is the IUM lesson plan template that you should use to plan your teaching lessons. You are required to make enough copies of this form for all the lessons that you'll be teaching. It can either be typed or it can be handwritten. Form 3C, Students Teachers Weekly Lesson Plans. This is a weekly lesson plan template that students should use to plan their lessons. Form 4A, Student Teacher Confidential Report. This form should be completed and signed by the school principal at the end of SBS, and it is based on the conduct of the student during the SBS period. Once it is completed, it should be sealed in an envelope, and the envelope should be stamped on the sealed part, and the student should bring it to the university. Please do not open the confidential report. It should be submitted in a sealed form to the university. Form 5A, Classroom Observation Log Sheet. This is a form that students need to use to record all the lessons that they have observed during their SBS. Form 5B, Teaching Log Sheet. This is a form that students need to complete for all the lessons they have taught during SBS. The teaching and observation log sheets look very similar but have very different purposes. Form 6B, Teaching Observation Lesson Evaluation Form for Pre and Junior Primary. This is a form that must be used by the mentor teacher and the lecturer to assess the student's teaching practice. When the mentor teacher evaluates your teaching practice, you need to provide the mentor teacher with a copy of this evaluation form. Form 7A, Marks Record Sheet for Teaching Practice. This is a form used by the mentor teacher to record the student's teaching practice marks. Each student must be assessed twice by the mentor teacher. The form must be sealed in the envelope and stamped on the sealed part, and the student should bring it to the university. Please note, without these marks, the SPS will be regarded as incomplete. Some additional information on SPS. As a third-year student, you will be expected to conduct your SPS for 10 weeks. During this SPS time, students are expected to be at schools full-time, adhering to the school rules and fully participating in the school activities, including extramural activities, under the supervision of the mentor teacher and the school principal. Please be reminded that as a teacher, your duties stretch beyond the classroom, and this is an important time for you to gain skills that you will require, that will be needed for you outside of the school, outside of the classroom environment. All the students that are doing diploma or bachelor in pre and junior primary must do their SPS at a school that offers the Namibian language that they are majoring in. This is very important. Remember, you select the school where you plan to do your SPS. Consider this as very important. All students should be assessed at least twice. SPS is an independent full module. Thus, every student must be at school to experience real pedagogical classroom situation as per qualification requirements. This means that absence from SPS is an automatic fail of the module. Students who wish to postpone their SPS must be aware of the implications. Please note, a full SPS module fee for postponing the SPS will be charged. All correspondence regarding the SPS must be directed to the SPS coordinator. Students going for SPS will receive SPS placement letters. At the end of the SPS coordinator will facilitate the submission of all SPS materials to the university within 1 week upon the student's arrival from SPS. Please adhere to submission due dates.